Alright friends, welcome back. It's not the Bloody Dawn, this is the 13th Legion. Yes. I'm going to reacquaint myself with the boys real quick. Bantha, Raziel Dorkar. This is great to see. Jonathan Sanity with 72 melee skill at level 4 already. Dare I say, it's slightly encouraging. Now, I actually need to repair these weapons, because we can actually make some profit off of them if they are fully repaired. Uko. Yep, he's my archer. Yep, he will use that bow. I don't have any crossbowmen, do I? No. But we will fish for them a little bit. That's better. Okay. Where were we? Gobbinaven. No work to be had. What are we after? Tools could be pretty good. I'm going to be left with 22. That's probably fine, but 230. I'm happy to pay that for tools, so I'll stock up while I can. Let's not hire anymore. We need to implement another hiring freeze until our level 1s hit like level 5. We don't want to exacerbate the issues we've been having of struggling to level the lads up. That's very doable actually. In fact, some raiders and a few poachers. We've got level 4s and 3s. Oh yeah, let's take them out. We'll fight them at night just to nullify the effect of those poachers. Hopefully those brigands are carrying decent weapons and armor. Get back here. Just drop all your armor and weapons and you're allowed to live. Not really, but we don't have any flails, do we? Okay, well, that mace will do nice work. Does everyone here have daggers? Daggers, yes. There's another axe, I'm not sure. Yeah, Bantho, you've got the fatigue. He's a nice beefy lad. You can switch to the spear if you're having no luck with the axe. See, no throwing nets though, that is a concern. We should head to one of the coastal cities and pick up a few nets. See, this is why I wish we had a few flails. We could just have stepped forward and flailed these nerds in the friggin' head and gotten 2 sets of worn chain. Okay, good. So the poachers just have stones. It's not too concerning. I think I've already attacked with Sick Nanford, so shielding here is kind of pointless. It's doubly pointless because this lad has a hand axe and I'm pretty sure he can one-shot this old shield. Well, I want to see how much a split shield with an axe actually does. Come on, headshot, pattern feint. Any kind of shot. I'm going to leave that spot open so that Jonathan Sanity can switch his way in there. Does 12 damage to shields. Okay. I think if I go there on the expectation that that raider goes to this spot, he won't be able to attack that turn. If he runs in here, he's quadruple surrounding himself. Nice hit with that hooked blade. Well done. Raziel Dorkar. I think put your shield up at least so that this lad has to use one of his sets of action points to get through the shield. That hand axe can be pretty devastating if it hits the body armor twice. Okay, turn down so we break his shield. And on the next turn we'll take out that shield. Attack or wait. You may as well attack twice. Because I'm not going to shield up because the other person in contact isn't shielded up this turn. Okay. Man, I really hope we can hit this guy in the head. Damn. See, that's ruined his armor. And it's these two whose armor I really want, but I'm in a position where I kind of have to kill them now. Because we aren't that strong. And I don't want my lads to get killed. So I want to kill these lads as quick as possible. But, I mean, we're still fighting with little basic spears. So now moving in now and attacking this lad here is a mistake because this lad was waiting. So if I put Jonathan Sanity there, he moves here and gets an attack off on Jonathan Sanity, which is too risky. I really hope that last hit was a hit to the face. There's a chance we might get that body armor. I was expecting that lad to go in there and take the shot on Eraziel. 67, 47. Ah, unlucky Jonathan. Shit, he gets to attack first. Fuck. Okay, Jonathan Sanity. Pray for Jonathan, boys. I can't look. He rotated and swung in a circle, which I'm very happy with, because then that lowered his chance to hit by 15. I mean, that was much lower percentage, but that could have potentially really devastated 3 of my lads, so I get why the AI did that. No! Get him, boys. Rotating, interesting. Yes, you better flee. So it looks like the armor and weapon haul will be okay. It won't be as good as I would have liked. We'll be lucky to get that worn mail, but hopefully we'll at least get some tier 2 weapons. That boar spear I'm very pleased with. We are currently using 3 militia spears. So we've got to keep taking fights like this and upgrading. Nice! And we got the flail that I wanted. So actually what that means for us now is Jonathan Sanity, instead of using the two-handed mace, as good as it is, in a fight like that, he would have been better off with the flail. Because now, even though this does inflict 77 to 104 damage to hit points, it doesn't have the plus to hit chance. I mean, now that does the flail, but if we use it with the offhand free, we're getting 34 times 74, potentially 2 attacks, doing upwards of 140 damage. But in a fight like that, I would have needed just one of those lashes to hit the raiders in the head, and it probably would have one-shot any one of those raiders. Or at the very least, maybe inflicted something like a cracked skull, which makes them completely combat ineffective. Okay, Eraziel. +2. You're a heavy lad, so fatigue super important. Rotation. Rotation saves lives. What are the other heavies taking? Gifted. Does he need gifted? I feel like gifted is so good. Around 60 hit points. Top 1 soldier +2 +4 +3 rotation. I really do want to use the two-handed mace, but on who? See, this is 40 to 7 damage to hit points. This is 50 to 75. I quite like this tactic of having guys jump out from the flanks and attack with heavy weapons. I could give it to Philip the Berserk, but I don't want him in melee combat. He doesn't have the defense. Rob the Dark One. Maybe you are better off. You've got the defense. Sneak around the side. Flail a nerd. Going to there. Surrounded by 2 lads. Bash. Bish bash bosh. 65 melee skill. I think I can give you a sword with that. Almost 60. Right. Onward. Seamark Fest. We can't get any work there, of course. Shall we take a ship to Aalbeck? Where's it? Aalbeck. Drive off brigands. You've asked the right people. The 13th Legion are hated, or known haters of brigands. We do not suffer brigands. What are we up against here? A few marksmen and some raiders, so another nighttime battle. So some of these boys in the back line here are using melee weapons. I'm wondering if I shouldn't... I'm just looking at this crossbow not being used in the back line. Give them quick hands, but... fuck it. The other thing I could do with Rob Dark One is give him the woodcutter's axe. And then he can one-shot round shields, rather than these lads having to use 2 split shields. That's a bit more fatigue... It's more fatigue efficient. Why don't we try that in the upcoming battle and compare how it is to the other option that we are doing currently. Just checking the defensive numbers. 23 on Bantha. I think this is fine. The Gudendag, 45 to 75. Okay. I do hope one of those 2 marksmen spawns with a tier 2 crossbow. No! See, I don't want to fight these raiders. This is a group that has just spawned out of that robber's den. 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a fight we can win, though. I think just the fact that there is basic mail there with a lad wearing almost no helmet. We'll take this, hopefully get through it without too much pain. Heal up and then go do the mission we were hired to do. How this mission goes will depend largely on whether Jonathan Sanity will be able to one-shot that raider. Let's draw our lines here, though. If we can get these 2 sets of mail, I'll be very pleased, but that is a tall order. I'm going to struggle to hold them off on this flank. See, Kalarak is going to be surrounded by these boys. Wonder if I don't do that. I can invite one of these lads to take this position, because then they'll be badly surrounded if they do that. I think we can move Sicknanford around in the expectation that he'll be needed on that flank. I was just about to say, how many of these nerds are going to use throwing weapons? That's fine. I'm not too concerned about the throwing weapons. I mean, yes, they do hurt. But if we shield up, we should be fine. Okay, so now that lad, we can crack his shield and then stab him, but I don't think going for both sets of that basic mail is too greedy. If we can just get his mail, that's a reasonable ambition. Wait, Jonathan Sanity, I need one of these guys with no head armor to move themselves out of position. That lad's going to be a bitch to deal with that kite shield. Why don't we hold the line here, and then this lad will either go to that position, in which case he can be flailed there, or he'll go to one of these positions and be flailed from that side. In the meantime, we can keep peppering that nerd with 31% chance to hit shots. Okay, if he's going to go to one of these spots, then he can be daggered down by these three lads. So Sick Nanford unfortunately has to take probably that spot. I really want to encourage this guy to take the height disadvantage. Just wait. It's a waiting game for now. I think we just attack this guy. Trying to get his armor is too greedy. I hate just holding Jonathan Sanity back, but it's all about following. There we go. Okay, he's made his move. So we'll get one lash at him at least. So I think what I do is I'll move in and I'll break his shield. Be very careful to press 3 and attack rather than 2. I've done that before where I've moved up thinking that I'm going to break his shield, and then I swing in a big circle and hurt my own lads. Now, I thought Jonathan Sanity has rotation, so he can move and rotate and then use lash, but I don't think... Okay, good. Just keep waiting. Wait for this guy to make his move. Here he comes. Okay. Shit. So I was going to rotate anyway. That kind of works for me. I'm happy with that. Get your daggers out, boys. Ah, I needed that to hit 73, and he missed. Great shot. That's the headshot we needed. That's fine. He didn't attack this turn. I'm happy with that. The thing is now I need Rob Darkone to go break one of their shields, but he is very low. Actually, I probably should have rotated with Jonathan Sanity, because Jonathan Sanity with height advantage and lash would almost certainly hit his head. But that fatigue is awfully low on him. Okay, heading down here doesn't really help me because that guy is going to be a defensive nightmare to deal with. So we'll send him to the northern side of the formation. Nice hit, Kalarak. Oh! Big dodges. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh! These raiders are dangerous, eh, boys? I'm going to wait, have Jonathan Sanity hopefully flail that guy in the head. Then Rob Darkone can rotate and attack that guy. See, I don't have a way to break that shield now, so... It's the downside. We've got trouble brewing on that side of the formation, but that is so big. Evens things up quite nicely. And made him panic. So generally my rule is don't attack guys who are already fleeing. But when there are other lads who are unbroken, I will occasionally, like a situation like that, just go for the kill in the hope that it'll affect their morale more. It's a little hit and miss. Looks like Bantha is the target there, so... Oh shit, I keep forgetting to check for riposte. That's one thing I'm very bad at. I think Jonathan Sanity might need to go for his shield. If we're super lucky, that raider would go in there, because then he would be triple surrounded, but they would also give him a big round swing. So let's step back into height advantage and just see where he goes. Oh! Okay, regular weapons now, boys. Don't bother trying to dagger. It's too low percentage. Rob Dark One has got rotation, doesn't he? He does, so he can rotate and break that shield, but then he does need to act after this brigand has acted. As does Philip. There's a lot of waiting around to get the turn orders right. Damn, I have to wait. Done, Nuko. So hoping there's a chance we can get this guy's armor as well, but for that we would have to break his morale, which would need a dagger, but that's too dangerous to go for it right now. Riposte, that's perfectly fine. That's one set of AP that he didn't use for attack. See, going into there with only 30 body armor is pretty scary. I'll give Jonathan Santia another turn to recover. Oh, good blocking, Raziel. %. Shield wall, don't bother shield walling because Rob Dark One is going to rotate. So just take a turn to take a break, I suppose. That does mean Rob Dark One is probably going to have to survive a turn being attacked by this lad. Oh! Nice. I'm so happy when I see them riposte. Because you could just ignore them with your front line, which I could be better at doing that, but... I actually have to I need to keep Sick Nanford where he is. The thing is, if one of those hits from the raider hits Rob Dark One is dead. So I actually need to go here and knock this guy back. So he gets one attack at most. Ah, oh, Jonathan Sanity, we needed that. So those were very low percentage attacks, but that was so important. Uko, clutch. Run away, you bastard. Okay, so we might actually get lucky. There we go. Yes, that could be 2 sets of basic mail. If we can get out of this with no one else dying. Or no one dying. No one's died so far. See, in this situation, I will keep someone in contact so we can at least finish him off. Sick Nanford, just tank and wait. Damn it! Everyone's too exhausted to attack now. Fuck, that hurt. So I could be winning this fight a lot easier using not daggers, but at this point of the campaign, it's all about getting the better armor. Fuck! Okay, I need to try to get Sick Nanford out of there. How do I do that? I could rotate with Rob Dark One. And then Rob Dark One could go to his buckler. Or I could just move up and attack him and hopefully... Nope, fuck's sake. So one of these two are probably going to get killed by this Brigand Raider. Unless Sick Nanford can land a clutch hit. Oh, that's big. Pierced arm muscles. Lower the chance to hit. Now, unfortunately, we're ruining his armor. It's unfortunate. We might get his helmet at least. Okay, now that he's fully surrounded, he won't run anymore. It's super unlikely that we get his armor. We might get his helmet at least. I think we let that guy go. I believe we got at least the one set of armor, so that's okay. We might pick up a helmet or two, maybe another boar spear. No one died. We took an injury or two. We've got a pierced cheek. There's no wounds that can be treated with bandages. Well fought, man. That was pretty rough. That was 7 raiders quite early on in the campaign. Well done. Very well done, boys. We could have quite easily have taken a fatality or two there. Okay, excellent. So basic mail, 2 nice helmets. That is not a fight I was expecting to have to get into. But a nice little armor buff for Jonathan Sanity. Okay, who's next with the armor? Probably, let's say, Rob Dark One. 50 and 50 head armor, that's not very much. Minus fatigue 3, okay, so it's a little bit heavier than the full Aketan cap. I feel like the Woodcutter's Axe for specialist shield breaking was actually pretty good. It felt pretty good. 59 accuracy, it'll be 69 if you're attacking someone without a shield. That's still a touch low, but I think take the dependable damage from the spear. That fight could have and would have gone even better if Jonathan Sanity would have landed his less shots, but they are not easy to land, in fairness. Okay, good. We've got gear ready to go for the next nerd that we hire. Repair that. That's all good money. We're going to make nice money from those axes. The temple. We might want to go to a temple. -3 fatigue recovery per turn. I don't think it's worth heading all the way back. So we need 12 hours to repair everything. Hopefully by the time we've repaired everything, we would have been fully healed as well. We'll keep healing just before it goes dawn. We'll see where we're at. We're probably going to have to wait until another whole day. Looks to be the case. I really don't want to have to wait another whole day. It's just gone dawn. Oh, that's become easier now. Okay, that's much better. 1 raider, a few thugs. Alright. Get him, boys. This looks like a standard retreat to give the archer high ground. Uko one shot. You motherfucker. So what percentage was that? That was a 5% chance to hit. So it hit him, and then a 25% chance for that hit to be a stun. Unlucky there, Bantha. We're going to murder these fucking thugs. But I kind of messed this up, didn't I? I didn't need to put Raziel there. Ah, whatever. It's all thugs and one raider. He's got that boar spear, and hopefully Jonathan Darkar this time will open his head up like a ripe pomegranate. Let's not leave our... Actually, we're going to have to leave... Okay, Bantha. Stay where you are, boys. Hopefully this raider will take that position. I'm going to move Bantha back because Kalarak has better armor, and I want to invite lads. If we're very lucky, that raider will take that position. He'll triple surround himself, making that flail shot even easier to hit. I want to put Rob Dark one there. So I'll run Iraziel around the side. Okay, he didn't take us up on his invitation, unsurprisingly. But Jonathan's sanity. Go to that spot and wait for Bantha to take that position. Hold the line, let them make the movement points. Spend their AP moving rather than attacking. I'm really hoping that Jonathan's sanity will give us the old headshot, one shot. So here's the play. Rob Darkhorn, wait. Let Sick Nanford attack twice. Then you can rotate and get an attack off. God, Uko is fucking... He's on one today. Ouchie. Oh, I can't rotate someone who's stunned. Fair enough. Right in the face. Get wrecked. Oh, love it. Boom, bam, bim. Bish, bash, bosh. Flails for the win. Rob Dark one. Executing motherfuckers. So I feel like we are, in those last two turns, seeing shades of the way that we can still employ two-handed weapons, even after the nerf to quick hands. So clearly it's going to necessitate a change in tactics. It's nowhere near as powerful as my old tactics would be, but it's certainly still doable. And I feel like the one-handed weapon and shield users might surprise us. With their effectiveness, that is. The main way I think we're going to struggle is against zombie hordes, because that was for me always the very biggest advantage of the two-handed weapons. You have everyone swinging in arcs, just as a force multiplier. Okay, so that was actually a nice little fight. The boar spear is great, the dagger is great, the silver bowl is nice, extra crowns, tools. Right. So who's got the highest accuracy? Who's using a shit weapon? That would be you, Iraziel. And then 90 body armor. It's slightly more there. Trickle down armor usage. Okay, so who is the most accurate? 58. 65. I want daggers on everybody up front and the lads at the back. I want at least 2 sticks for crowd control. Good, that'll do. And then for position 12, we can go... And nice, there's another bam. And as a main weapon, I think we can use one of the spears. So back line, front line, ready to go, so I can sell a bunch of this stuff. And then once we finish up here at Albeck, we can probably take a ship back to Seamarkfest and get good prices. Although maybe it's worth popping across to Strauchfester to see what we can get. I'm surprised that the next ambition hasn't popped up yet. Speak of the ambitions. A battle standard, absolutely. Gimme. Close to getting what we need. 510, we can get more than that. And 270, can I turn a profit off of that? I'm not so sure. So, if I can turn a profit off of that amber will be determined by whether or not there are amber collectors here at Seamarkfest. Which there are not. I'm going to take a punt and hope that I can profit off of this. It's a little bit above cost. That's actually pretty cheap fish. We should take that as well. The best case, we get to Strachfest, we can't get any work there. We aren't working for nobles yet. So let's take a ship back to Seamarkfest. Oh, hang on, what is that? Hunt down with terrorizers for 3 stars. 3 skull, hunt down with terrorizers. That's very doable with 10 guys. Okay, change of plan. Let's stay here, we'll heal up, and then we'll hunt these beasts. We'll have to rejig the setup. It'll be mostly spears. Mostly spears and swords, depending on what we're fighting. Swords if it's direwolves. Spears if it's nachtzers. Right, everyone's already healed up. Let's do it. 3 skull is always scary, but this is the kind of thing we should be able to do. Awesome. Bantha and Signanford are having a bit of an arm wrestling contest. It's all in good fun, having apparently been born out of an argument of whether fishermen or farmers are more important, or whose food is best, or some such thing. With a long retelling of the history of his fathers tilling the soils of the land, Bantha puts the last of his strength into pinning Signanford's arm. Both men get up and clap one another on the shoulders. Good job, boyos. Let's see, wolves. I kind of hope that it's not the mercenaries. Direwolves, 8 of them. Okay, swords up front, boys. Is there not another falchion? And I might even take the pitchfork. Although 28 defense is pretty damn good, and that could give us a nice wide front line. Any throwing weapons? I was hoping I had some javelins in stock. I could have given Uko the javelins, because obviously these wolves are going to be in contact. Okay, he's actually better off using the hooked blade then. You lads on the back line, make sure you have shields. These wolves could quite easily get along the back and start nibbling your bums. Okay, defensive numbers 30. Jonathan Sanity, just go lend your armor to Calorak for this fight. Direwolves are always scary, especially if there is any rabid direwolves in there. Okay, they're all just... there's the one frenzied one there. Okay. So what I'm doing here is the best way to fight direwolves. All shields and sword up front. Make a shield wall on turn 1 and riposte everyone. That way you get 3 chances per each of your brothers to riposte. And then on the second turn, depending on how much fatigue your boys have, you might be able to do the shield and riposte combo again, but it's usually better to just straight up attack. Because if any of these wolves are wounded enough, you can kill them, and that's hopefully going to start triggering morale effects. These fuckers are hard to hit though. I didn't even check the fatigue there. Yeah, these lads are lacking armor. Let's try kill them. Ah! Almost a kill, Rob Doc one. 47%. Nice, 2 47s. Well done, Bantha. Paulus goes badly exposed. He needs to shield up, and that's a problem over here that's busy cooking. I need to start getting kills here and folding up their line. Oh, that's clutch. Well done, Philip. The problem is you're going to have this direwolf nibbling your bum on the next turn. I should have rotation available to get Philip out of there. Great job, Padden. Bantha, you fucking beast. That's 2 turns in a row now where you've hit attacks that are in the 40% range. Bantha, Slayer of Direwolves. I should have attacked that one. Oh. I'm so glad we're fighting direwolves. Now, I should mention that when we're on the world map, whenever we come across a group of direwolves we can fight, we will fight them. I want to get as many of these wolf pelts as quickly as I can. In this early part of the game, it's not too expensive and it gives an extra bit of durability without weighing the lads down, and of course the morale change is great. Of all of the armor augments, the Unhold augment is my favorite, but the Direwolf one is more achievable. I only got 3. That's enough for 1 set of Direwolf. Upgrade. Any level ups? Couple level ups. Well done, boys. That was great work. The +2 is good, but I want to get that resolve up. So, do we go weapon specialization? If we do, it gives us a reliable stun and gets his attacks down to 10 attack per turn. 74. I think it might be mace specialization time. But the setup we go for will be wooden stick. Where is he? Yeah, step up and attack. I need to just rejig the formation again. How was this working? This was, let's see, Uko the archer, hunting bow. So I was stepping forward that way. That's right, Jonathan Sanity needs to have the very best armor because he is quite often not going to be having his shield out. Got the attack value, 65 is the highest here on Calorak. Already got a dagger, so 59 there is pretty high. That's the right setup. So good. So I've got a dedicated stun and damage person. I think that's right, that setup. Pattern Fane is almost ready to start functioning as a dedicated dagger specialist. 2 more levels. When he'll just need dagger mastery and recover. Then he should be around 70 attack value. The next level after that he'll take backstabber and then hopefully just stab, stab, stab and really start doing some work. So who's got the lowest attack value? 56. We'll give you a spear, that's for certain. 59 is borderline, but you could try using a falchion for a bit. 64, 58. That's a spear. Although Sick Nanford here, with that nice fatigue, I could have him as a shield breaking solution there. Just checking the backup weapons here. Right. Good. Let's get paid. Pop over to CMOC Fest. And see where we are at then with our money. We should now, if we make some good cash at CMOC Fest, have our battle standard. 320, good little bit of profit. 580, very nice. That can be sold. We'll hang on to that. I don't need all of that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we'll keep 5 of those in reserve. Oh, buddy. Cha-ching. Ooh, I think I might snap up that crossbow. A pike is always a wonderful weapon, but it's front line stuff that I need. Should we splash for some fancy armor? Prices are not bad here. But there isn't great armor to be had. We could run down the line and just give everybody some training. So 388 times 10, that's like 4,000 gold worth of training. It's kind of a different way to approach spending that money. It could help us get a level on almost everyone a little bit quicker. I mean, it's 5 battles across the line. What else could I do with this money? Could pick up a crossbow. Thing is, it's tempting to hire 2 more lads with this money. But then that's going to slow down the leveling even more. So level 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4 3s, 4, all 3s, 4s and 5s. Fuck it, I've never actually done this before. Let's go ahead and give everybody training. That's going to use almost all of our money. But in 5 battles time, I think we might find ourselves in a much better position. So everybody already has student for 20%, but now paying for rigorous schooling for the whole group is going to mean that the next 5 battles is at 40% XP for everyone. I think I might end up regretting that. I can still pick up the crossbow, but I've got no one who's going to use it. I mean, that pike is great, but I don't desperately need it. I think I hang on to the money and we buy ourselves some basic mail, maybe. I mean, we're doing okay in the fights. I think we just put the money towards tools and sundry things that we could be buying. Yeah, that feels right. Let's take care of these numbers here for a bit. That's expensive. That's borderline, but we can get cheaper than that. Okay, let's call the episode there. Friends, that was a great episode. We got a nice little haul of cash. We've given everybody rigorous schooling. Damn, I've now spent my way out of that ambition, but 1 or 2 fights and we'll be there. Thanks for watching. I'm Stobbie 149. This was the 13th Legion. See you guys tomorrow in the next episode.